over there, dude. Open that up right over here. Look at that beautifulness right there. That's what we love to see. That's right. Edge of Fate. Get the thumbnails back. Show all. There we go. There we go. And let's throw in some tags as well while we're at it. I keep forgetting to do that. Destiny 2. Edge of Fate. Live. Twitch. TikTok. Gaming. Developer. Bungie. YouTube. React, reaction, English, and what else? Gaming, live event. There we go. And I guess we could just say save that. That'll be the Edge of Fate thumbnail stream. Actually, we should just make a new one while we're at it, right? No, we'll keep that one as it is. Yeah, we'll keep that one as it is. All right, so it looks like it's saved. All right, the changes have been saved, so good, good, good. Let's go ahead and pull it up right over here. Take a look-see. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Get it going, get it going. We got YouTube up right now, everybody. YouTube is live. What's up, YouTube? Appreciate you all. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. We've been live on Twitch for what? I don't know, going on damn near almost 2 hours now at this point. So we're here live. We pulled up the YouTube. We got you guys in here. Welcome, everybody. Probably gonna re-upload this as like a video a little bit later on as well too, but you guys are awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the turnout of the YouTube as well too, man. Having good numbers over there, truly. Thank you all so much. It's been great. It's been great. Multi-streaming again. Thinking about making a different thumbnail though. I gotta learn how to make those thumbnails, man. I need to make that my mission. And then we will export as JPJ, save. And then this right here, let's go back here. Let's edit this. Can we please just go back to the studio? Thank you. Content, live, edit this. I don't want to do a duplicate so soon. I don't want to link up with that gentleman and get him to make some more thumbnails for me, because he did a fantastic job with this one. This one really brought in quite a few. I think that really helped bring in quite a few people as well too. So that was really good of him to do that, and it was free as well too. So yeah, good man. All right, looks like that's been updated over there on the YouTube side. Kojima. A little less than 4 minutes. Oh no, excuse me, a couple minutes. Excuse me, yeah, a little less than 2 minutes. Excuse me, I was looking at something else over there. I hope this is a good event, man. How do I have the chat? I still, like, is there a way to get chat while in full screen? YouTube, see chat while in full screen. To view YouTube while you'll need to use a browser extension like Overplay or YouTube live chat full screen. Oh, like I would pull this out here. Pop out the chat. That's what they mean by that. And I want to see the live chat, and then I want to see. There it is. I was like, how come I can't move it? Let's drag this right over here for now. And then I want to full screen this. And then I want to bring this right here. There we go. Because I have to look at it and laugh. And yeah, y'all already know. But we can definitely make the text a bit bigger. There we go. There we go. And maybe kind of shrink it a little bit too, right? You know what, bros? Just get rid of it. Edge of Fate, here we go. That's the guy. Lodi. That's weird. It's using like stuff from our
Kepler. You've never been there. And you know every inch of it. It's the farthest.
Thank you, Vito.
Have been from home.
You enjoy yourself. Mwah.
In distance or in time. You're gonna get a call. An invitation. Only you can answer. And you'll say yes. They arranged it so you would never say no.
Holy God, dude.
Choice is real.
Oh my God.
And every choice you make will lead you here. To who you're supposed to be.
Pretty nice editing.
Eyes up, weapon.
Is that weapon?
Awesome. Hello, welcome to Bungie. Welcome back
Here
to our
we
second
go.
live stream for The Edge of Fate. What you just saw was our launch trailer. We are 14 days away from launch. Yeah, 2 weeks. Pretty insane. Today we're going to be talking about what activities are on Kepler. What can you expect from world tiers as you're going through for replayability? And to introduce that, we actually have a wonderful human being on the couch next to me. Did I introduce myself? My name's Dylan. Hi. Your name is Robbie. Hello. Let's actually get a real introduction for you. How you doing?
Hey, Dylan. It's great to be here. I'm the assistant game director for Destiny 2, and I focus on working with the broad Destiny 2 team and creating this game for our players and charting a new course to some new frontiers here with The Edge of Fate. Just 14 days away. It's crazy.
Right?
It's awesome. Yeah.
I keep telling folks on the team, it's like, we got 14 days, and they're like, wait, huh? It's already here? So today we're going to be looking at Kepler. Can you give us a quick overview? What are we going to be looking at?
Yeah, so we're going to be looking at some of the free roam experience on Kepler, and we're also going to be taking a sneak peek at the end of one of our campaign missions that is replayable in the post game after you complete the campaign of the Kepler experience. We're also going to be talking here about our world tiers a little bit, which we've talked a little bit about in the stream.
No
and
strikes.
We're going to talk about a lot more here today. And so what we're showing on screen right now now is the world tier difficulty selector that's on the destination. And so right now we're in the fabled difficulty. And so brave and legendary, you can play through the campaign, you can play through the main quest, the story of the release, and brave or legendary doesn't matter. But after you do that, you're going to unlock fabled and mythic difficulties. Now, the difference here, though, is with these difficulties, power is fully enabled. And so that means when you step out of either brave or legendary, you're going to probably be able to do fabled. Most people will be able to do fabled. Some people might need a fire team. But if you want to play mythic, you're really going to have to climb power. And the difficulty really escalates, and then the gear gets better. And so if you're hunting for that tier 2+, 3, 4 loot, right, you're going to be needing to play and fabled mythic to find that. Those higher tier loot, yeah.
Yeah, let's get some combat going. Really quick, what is the state of our fire team? You were mentioning we're in Fabled, so this is going to be after they've already done their first playthrough.
Yeah, so this fire team has played the legendary campaign. Right now, they are inside of the Gorge, which is one of our 4 major regions of Kepler, and they are in free roam right now, and they are going through one of our free roam encounters. And so the other thing I should call out here is within these free roam
not
encounters,
one new strike. That's crazy.
There are reasons to basically go back through the destination using your new abilities in new ways. And so, sorry, can you ask me that question one more time? Like, I feel like I answered it, but then I segued into something else.
I said, what state is our fire team in?
Oh,
post-campaign?
Yeah. We're post-campaign. Sorry, thank you. Yeah, we're hunting higher tier loot and gear here on the destination, and they're also doing some of our post-game quests. So both Fabled and Mythic have their very own quest associated with them as part of the post-game. That are one part of like completing the Triumphant Seal to earn some exclusive cosmetics and emblems, but also these world quests unlock some additional loot in the game as well. So specifically the Mythic quest that's associated with that world tier unlocks a variant armor set for the Kepler armor. So as you're playing through the campaign and throughout the experience, there's a 2 and 4 set piece bonus on the Kepler armor set. Once you complete that mythic world tier quest,
no lost sectors, no public events,
set bonus in a unique shape.
No new abilities, only
folks
one
that,
exotic
you
piece
didn't
of
tune in
armor
last
per
week or you haven't
class.
heard about gear tiers, set bonuses. We have a full blog article that went live last week. Go ahead, visit that, check it out.
I was going to
So
get the
we're looking at
$100
this,
edition, but I
this
think I'm just going to
activity.
get the
This is gonna be a free
$40
roam mission,
edition.
right?
After
And
hearing
these take
that, I was
place
like, no,
in,
you're not getting
places
$100 out of
that
me.
are, regions on the destination.
Yes.
Can you walk us through that?
Yeah, so I talked about it a little bit before, but this is the Gorge, and so the Vex have actually put a big security lockdown on this entire region on side of Kepler. And so the fire team right now is basically like breaking through this security lockdown. And so each of these regions feature multiple of these major encounters, is kind of what we call them, these free roam encounters. And these are kind of like the scale. Ooh, just got try to get through that security grid, and he did not make it.
Yeah.
Each of these major encounters we have are kind of like the size of like roughly like a lost sector, but ultimately they're more complex. They have more mechanics that you have to use the destination abilities to solve some simple puzzles and encounters inside of them. And generally they have like pretty thick combat, especially on like the Fabled difficulty as well, where we start adding more enemies, tougher enemies, and also there are Banes that are applied in the World Tiers 2 that are actually exclusive to Kepler. They were built specifically for this content.
That's awesome. Yeah, and then as you're going through these sorts of free roam activities and exploring Kepler, what other like side objectives or objectives can pop up?
Yeah, so the way we kind of are thinking about this, right, like you're a lot of this outside of doing the seal, the triumphs, and things like that, and mysteries and secrets, which we can talk about here in a minute, a little bit more, is like it's about gear pursuit, right? It's about earning that higher tier gear.
What is this weapon?
Chasing power. And so the way we constructed these regions, there's these free roam.
You got the expensive
encounters,
edition? Yeah, the
there's
expensive
tougher
edition is
enemies set
just
up
like
here,
for the
there's
Star Wars
HVTs
stuff
that
too,
pop up,
right? I'm
there's
like,
destination materials to loot, and there's this material called a faded cipher as well. And so you're going to be combining destination materials that you get from basically doing almost anything inside of the region alongside faded ciphers in order to be able to purchase specific items at the destination vendor called the Altar of Relativity at the center.
That's a lot of
Kepler.
names and words.
Lots of proper
yeah,
nouns.
If you didn't catch this, I know there are going to be breakdowns. We'll have a recap in the TWID, but yeah, continue.
Yeah, and so like what's cool about this is that in the post game,
Yeah,
there's
see,
a
that's-
focus
see.
that we created, and so basically,
Yeah.
through the vendor, you can go and look at it and be like, okay, today's focus is the Gorge, which the fire team is looking at today. Most of the materials that you're earning here can be used to purchase gear, or you can convert your other materials you might have from other regions in order to convert it into
Yeah, the
Gorge
ornament sets.
materials
The only one I would
device.
rock is probably the
Every
Titan,
day
because
it's
I
gonna
want to
shift.
weave.
That daily
The Titan
focus
has
is
like
gonna
a.
shift. And so,
The Titan can
a
wear
little
like
bit
a
later in the stream,
hood,
we're gonna be seeing
right?
part of
That's the
things out of
first
the core,
set that allows a
which
Titan to
we,
wear like a
also
hood.
some of our content
I was gonna
creators
get it
influencers
really
show
for
as
that because
well,
I'd love to put a
and
hood,
some of
and
their
I can get
content
pretty
parts of it.
creative with that on my Titan.
But
So
basically, of the 4 major regions, the daily focus will shift day over day to basically kind of change what you're focused on, what gets you access to that direct purchase loot.
Yeah, and since we're on the topic of rewards, you were talking about like the currencies and the vendor.
Yeah.
You had mentioned before the stream, actually, there's a new form of attunement for the destination as well.
Yeah, so something that was really important to us was like it just, we want to make playing what we call like the action game, like actually experiencing free roam like this and the mission content, like when you earn that piece of loot on Kepler as you're completing these activities and just got nuked.
No, I'm so happy that
yeah.
they're dying because they were like, this won't be too hard.
Yeah,
It's
he
like,
did just get
world
nuked.
Tiers? Let's introduce them at a higher difficulty, shall we?
Yeah.
But sorry, go ahead.
No, exactly. Yes, this is Fabled pushing back a little bit. They're having to think about what they do, and they just used actually Mattermorph in order to open up a pathway to get around this Vex grid that opened up in the middle of the encounter. But anyway, we were talking specifically, I'm sorry, remind me.
Attunement.
Yeah, so basically, you're going to be able to attune a specific piece of gear, armor, or weapon, and any drop on Kepler that drops a piece of armor or weapon will have a chance to be that gear. We just wanted to make sure that as you're playing through the destination, as like you're carving your own path, you're figuring out your own farm routes inside of each of these 4 regions each day of the week. We wanted to make sure that, like, hey, if you're looking for the Giver, that auto rifle that's coming with the Edge of Fate here on Kepler, it's like you have a chance to get it anytime a piece of loot drops.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you had mentioned just a minute ago about secrets and the depth of the destination. I mean, I'd love to hear, go ahead and expand on that.
Yeah, so like it's funny with like secrets and mysteries, like you want to like talk about it a little bit, but like not too much
No
to
spoilers,
like
right?
spoil it.
Yeah.
But I think like the thing to scratch at here and poke at here is right is like we've talked about the destination abilities a few times, and so with the world tiers and the fabled and mythic difficulties throughout the destination, there are secrets and mysteries, like basically all these little alcoves, these little locations, these side paths, these hidden rooms.
Look at that
all
thing just
throughout
like
the
move
destination,
around and shit.
that you can go and discover. And there's a lot available just within the campaign experience. Like if you want to play through the campaign and take it like really slow, and as you earn abilities and look around, you're going to find a lot of mysteries to solve. But we also wanted to make sure that in those higher world tiers in Fabled and Mythic,
I'm just
that
here
it felt
really
like
for the
this
campaign, you know?
expanding, expansion of that content that you have. And it's basically like, hey, you have even more abilities than ever. You can now peel back the onion of this world to discover what's at the core of it. And so
it's been fun.
We really wanted to make sure that it felt like
I tried the
more to dive
multiplayer
into
out for the
more
first
you
time. It's
unlocked
been fun.
the post game.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So in our rehearsals, we never managed to get this perfect timing, but we have perfect timing. I would love to shift to campaign. We're going to be taking you about midway through campaign mission here. A quick note for the
Hell
audience:
yeah,
if you're
baby.
avoiding spoilers, we have disabled our VO. We have disabled our subtitles. We're trying to keep this so you are discovering the story as it comes out with the Edge of Fate and our new saga. So as they're getting loaded into that, I'd love to ask you just a couple more questions about free roam in the regions.
Yes.
What other things can happen in regions outside of campaign?
Yeah, so one of the big things that happens inside of these regions are side quests, which we've only talked a little bit about. And these are basically ways that flesh out more of the characters of the world, more of the stories of the people and of the place and what's happening on Kepler and what's been happening with them before and what might be happening to them in the future. And basically what happens is as you're completing these regions as part of the campaign and you kind of start to unlock more of them, these side quests will start to become available. And so these side quests are available to you at any time. So again, like I was kind of mentioning earlier, like you can either take it really, really slow and take a really long time to get through everything the release has to offer, or you can just like beeline the main quest, beeline the critical path, and then when you get into the higher level world tiers, all of these side quests are now available to you. As we've been like play testing and closing out the Edge of Fate here, it's been really interesting to watch different developers and people play test for the content. Myself and Blake Battle, one of our executive producers, he and I we're just like beelining it, right?
Yeah.
And then we get to the end and we like pop open that and we're like, look at all these quests to do. While other people people like want to take their time and like experience like the full story of every single little piece.
So we're actually we're getting into the campaign right now. And speaking of beelining, we've seen a ton of questions about getting raid race ready. So the raid race is going to be coming out on the Saturday after launch. I believe it's the 19th of July. What difficulty should players play at to get ready for race?
Yeah, so if you want to be power ready for the contest mode race for the Edge of Fate, you're going to want to play the Legendary campaign. And so when
Play
you
it on
step
Legendary.
out of the Legendary campaign, you will be power ready at that point. Now, if you're gear ready, that's up to you, right? It's like how far you want to go down that rabbit hole.
And that dovetails into like replayability for the story missions and the campaign missions and how that bakes into world tiers.
Yes,
right?
Getting that higher tier loot. Yeah. So when something that was like really important to us when we were thinking about
instead of having new activities,
what, like, aspiration means within an expansion.
Instead of just having public events. Remember those?
Like we wanted to take some of the formula that like we think works well, but also change other pieces of it. And one of the really big goals for us was just giving you more reasons and just easier ways to play. Just some of the best content we built. This campaign mission is at the end of the Exiles Accord region. This fire team is taking down a giant Exiles prime servitor who's running some of the Archon's dark matter operations. Sorry, all minor spoilers.
No, it's cool. Bife is probably jotting this down, getting ready for a lore dump about the Fallen, all that kind of stuff.
But this is a really fun like multi-phase boss encounter that they're orbiting around this giant servitor, and we really wanted to set something up that this doesn't just was like a one and done kind of thing. And so things we've kind of done before that we're going back to that we think work well, there's going to be multiple weekly missions that you can play that are larger missions. So we have a capstone mission for each of our regions. We also have some bookends at the beginning and end of the release that the overall like length of them and complexity, they are very similar to Legendary campaign experiences from the past. So something new that we did, though, for this release, though, is we also have a bunch of additional story missions that take place during the campaign and you're first introduced to. These are shorter experiences, but they still have like huge impact on the story, moving the story of the main quest into Kepler 4, and also help you to unlock different abilities and things throughout it. And so in the post game, in the higher level, in the world tiers, we actually have a story mission playlist where you can go in and it's like a rotator and you're rotating through a bunch of different randomly selected story missions that are about 10 to 15 minutes. Some people can, if you're going really fast, can get them down a little bit shorter. And those missions are actually one of the best sources of those faded ciphers that I was talking about earlier. And so the other thing I mentioned earlier too is we have specific quests for both Fabled and Mythic, and these quests are going to take you through some of the big campaign missions, again, to experience them with new modifiers, because we're curating modifiers and banes and things like that every single week on the destination to have a little bit more of a curated experience, but then also those quests introduce some like new encounters as well. And so, sorry, like I'm going a little all over the place. I mean, some of this there's just like so much information, so much to talk about. But the thing, like, again, I want to like drive home here is like we wanted to give you really strong incentives to go in and play the free roam experience, to extract materials, to play our story mission playlist. It's called the Time Latch mission playlist, to earn faded ciphers, but then also to have reasons to go in and replay some of our biggest campaign missions again through the weekly missions playlist, kind of like the heroic.
I agree.
And on the stream last week,
I agree, Mert.
You're unlocking the destination abilities. You carry those forward after the
I would love to have the public activities
available, right?
Yeah, that's a really good note.
And the public events.
Like the way we designed this content was the
and also replaying the missions should be rewarding you anyway.
And unlocking different versions of them and higher tier versions of them. When you're in the post game experience, we intentionally designed puzzles and encounter mechanics and things. And like even in this boss encounter, there's multiple times that they've had to use Matter Spark to like get into the vents and stuff below this area and pop up through the world. And through the campaign, you would actually have to go and find like a Matter Spark pad to activate that. And that's actually kind of part of the puzzle. It's teaching you to kind of look at the world and think about the world in a different way that is intentional. But then in the post game, as soon as you complete the campaign, you unlock Matter Spark Anywhere. And it's basically like your souped up sparrow for the destination.
Oh, Matter Spark Anywhere?
Summon Matter Spark Anywhere means you can actually like sequence break some of our puzzles and sequence break part of our missions. And that was like entirely intentional as a part of the design. And to be honest, Dylan, like the fun part about this too is like We're not 100% sure in some ways where people might sequence breaks things that we might not expect, but like that was intentional from the design perspective. That like we want people to be able to do that.
It's the magic of like the sandbox and Destiny of
Wait,
don't know how
I
players
thought-
are going to take. This
do they mean
ability
anywhere
with this
on that
destination
planet?
ability, with this combatant, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
So,
Destination ability.
I think I would love to ask you as well.
I think they
we've
meant
gotten a lot
only
of
on
questions from
Kepler.
Players where they're like, "Oh, you had mentioned like this is comparable to a Rise of Iron." Like, how does that actually break down?
Don't
when we
do
look at
that.
it
Rise of
and
Iron was so
Kepler?
much
Like,
better.
You had mentioned depth
Rise of
and
Iron gave us
secrets and a bunch of different
trials
things.
and
So I think like you and I were talking about this in rehearsal a
new
little bit, where like that
multiplayer
comparison is
maps.
just to give us like a ballpark of where
And
we
a
wanna be.
strike.
But at the end of the day, it's like apples and oranges between what the Edge of Fate is and what Rise of Iron is. So when we've talked about that, we've generally been speaking towards like the size of this destination and the depth of the campaign and post-game experience. Like this is one of the deepest destinations we've ever built before, and that is why we've been making that comparison to Rise of Iron in that way. But also in terms of being like a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
But also like the game is very different today, right? We have an entire portal, we have an entire offering that is there with a bunch of new content, new gear, new things to do. We have the raid with the Edge of Fate, obviously, but then we have the epic raid coming in the major update with Ash and Iron, which we'll talk about more in the future. That just it permutes and expands the raid and expands on the story of the raid. It is new content.
Yeah.
We're not holding anything back for the base raid to build that experience. And so, again, the Rise of Iron to Edge of Fate, a little bit apples and oranges, but we also are thinking about like the collective packages of what comes with this release, because the game is very different from what it was like back.
So we have the free roam missions, we have campaign, we have secrets, we have a lot of questing, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I'd love before we wrap up with our campaign mission to talk a bit about what else players can expect in terms of destination activity.
Yeah, so we've seen y'all talking about it. Like we hear y'all, and this is one of those things where like we wanted to hold this back for it to be like a surprise and delight moment for everyone when it appeared on the destination in the post game. But yeah, let's just talk about it a little bit. So there is a destination activity on Kepler.
Okay.
It is. I'm not going to name it here. I just want y'all to see it when the game goes live. And it also, and part of that is because like it does relate to some of the story inside of the campaign, especially near the end. And so we wanted to be careful to not unintentionally spoil something if we showed too much of that activity. But anyway, the way to think about it is like it's kind of its own thing. It's kind of unique, but it's kind of a blend of activities like Vex Incursion and Wellspring. And so this is a match-made activity with 3 players. You're going to be using some of your destination abilities and some really chaotic horde mode inspired elements, but there's also some mechanical elements and there's some boss encounters. But it's going to be one of the best places actually to earn rerolls of the exotic armor that's coming to the Edge of Fate that you get from the Legendary campaign, and it's just highly rewarding in general. And so
I hate how you have to
because we wanted
reroll
make this
exotics
activity,
now.
Really rewarding. It is also technically time limited, but on the Kepler map,
Obi-Wan.
near the center of the map, there's going to be basically a preview that tells you like, hey, when does the activity become available? So you're going to know exactly when you can jump into the destination activity in order to like focus farm those things that you care about the most.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time. We've already wrapped up our campaign mission, and now we're actually going to be moving over to Portal, Power Progression. So, Robbie, thank you. Chad,
Portal, Power
Robbie
Progression.
for joining us today.
Thank you,
Now
Robbie.
we're going to swap some folks in. We'll see you next time.
See you later, guys.
Swapping the folks
Thanks so
in.
much.
All right. So, as we are swapping
look
out, I want to
nice.
talk about these 2 new exotic weapons that we see on the screen. You saw some of this in our gameplay preview that we just had. We also had some creators, influencers, that kind of stuff coming in and speaking to the hand cannon and the scout rifle. Hand cannon is going to be through an exotic quest on Kepler. No spoilers there, but the team was talking about, oh, hey, here is our overall goal for the weapon. It's for those who are looking for the perfect 3-tap. As for the Void Scout Rifle, that's going to be a part of our new rewards pass. This is just, I'm not going to spoil that either. There are some reviews from our sandbox-minded creators. It's a fun time. So, all right, let's move on to Portal, Power, and Progression. And I just looked at our 3 new guests in that order. Hello, welcome.
Hello. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, a couple of you are new, but we'll start with you, Ben. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Dylan. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. For those who didn't see you on our reveal stream or previous Vidocs, can you give a quick overview? Who are you, what you do?
Yeah, I am Ben Womack. I am the core game creative director. I am the one helping all the teams that are making the core experience and all the components in the portal and in Edge of Fate as well, worked well together and push the game forward into this great new foundation. I'm really excited to talk about it.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks for joining us today.
Yeah.
Next on the couch, brand new to our chair. You've never been on anything, so first time you are meeting the community. Everyone in chat, say hello. Nutty, welcome.
Hi, I'm Nutty. I'm one of our sandbox ability designers. That pretty much means that I work with Vivian and Eric, who were here last week, to develop anything that the player is doing outside of armor, weapons, and combatants. So today I'm going to talk about all the modifiers and additional banes that we've been working on.
Awesome. Last but not least, we got Alan Blaine. How you doing?
Hey, great. How you doing, Dylan?
Oh, you asked me how I am? Thank you so much. Really quick introduction for everybody out there watching. Who are you? What do you do?
Sure. Hi, I'm Alan. I'm a principal designer, and for the last year, I've been leading the team that's been taking all the cool banes and modifiers Nutty's team is working on and combining them in a UI with all the activities from the activities team, both new and returning activities, making sure that you get good score while you're playing those activities, and then that score turns into loot with cool seasonal power and gear tiers and all the great stuff that you're looking for.
Stellar. So we have some content on screen. This is what players are going to see when they sign in on day one, and this is our introduction to the portal. Ben, I would love to get just a quick overview for those who may have missed that reveal stream. What is this space? What are we aiming for?
Yeah, so the portal is very exciting. We had this vision of making a new front page for the game, for Destiny 2. And so we really want to make as much as we could available, just in a couple clicks, and not having to dig down to find the content that is new or featured, or you're bringing your friends are playing, or something convenient that you really want to go to. We have a button for the tower that's right there, fastest you can get into. We also have Edge of Fate in the upper corner, of course, which is the new expansion for the launch right here.
Very good.
We have this huge quick launch panel in the lower right that is rotating between new activities, probably the fastest you can play Destiny ever, aside from right when you start for a very first new character.
I like that.
It's gonna let you just hit and play something right away with no delay. And then we have actually a very nested depth there with all the ops categories on the left, which are all the different kinds of things you can play in the portal that are hooking to all the new systems that Alan and Nutty have been talking about.
This is good.
Yeah, really quick, I'd love to go just line by line for Solo, Fireteam, Pinnacle, and Crucible Ops. Give them an introduction.
Yeah. So Solo Ops is a new thing that we're doing in the Edge of Fate launch and for the core game. These have activities that are designed to be played by solo players. They're only one-person fire teams, and they're intended to be content that if you just have a few minutes, 10, 15 minutes to play Destiny, and you want to go on and feel satisfied about your time, get some great loot, you're going to go to Solo Ops and have that opportunity. It's going to be a really great, concise experience. We're also if you don't want to have the think about having a fire team for some content as well, you can be assured that this stuff is designed to be played by one player. And so it's it's going to have challenges, going to have difficulty and modifiers and such you can customize and really great loot to get. But it's a challenge for you, individual. And I think that's really exciting, alternative to some stuff in the past. It felt I want to play, but I don't have any friends, or I'm trying to find someone I have a lot of time, and we have another niche for people to fill if they're in the mood.
Yeah, awesome. And then next up we have Fireteam Ops.
Yes, Fireteam Ops. So just talking about fire teams, quintessential Destiny is playing with 2 other players, a fire team of 3, right? And so we have all of the activities in Fireteam Ops are a 3-player fire team. We have classic strikes in there. We have missions from past expansions, in Europa, the Empire hunts.
Can you matchmake into this?
Are in here. We actually scroll down more. There it is. The coil. So past seasonal activities coming back and integrating with all the systems we've been talking about that we're going to talk more about, so that they're available for you to get new loot in, to work on your power climb, to basically just have a great time in whichever way you want to.
Awesome. Yeah, since we're already in the screen, let's go ahead and get our fire team set up with our activity. What are we playing today, Nutty?
We were going to do the Dark Priestess Empire Hunt.
Awesome. So here, I'm actually going to pass the mic over to you and Alan. Let's get some banes, some modifiers, all that kind of stuff set up. Really quick, can you introduce each of these sections for the different modifiers, and then we'll go and kind of pick and choose what we want?
For sure. So we're starting at a master activity, and this is 300 combatant power. The first row there that has all the selectable icons that you can change are challenge modifiers. These are things that will increase the combatant power and add some additional difficulty to it. The first one is our Banes. So here you decide what Banes are going to show up, and we paired all of them as like 2 combos that either work well together or at least interesting. Today we'll do Threaded and Caltrops. So Threaded is where as you damage the combatant, it will spawn threadlings, and when it dies, it will throw out a few more threadlings at the same time. And Caltrops is a void area that gets spawned near you, like between you and the combatant, and then when it dies, it throws out another one. So something to make it so you either need to get up in the air or keep going through.
So,
Okay.
starting with retaliation.
Yeah.
If I die, you're coming with me. Pretty much. All right, next up, what do we got?
Yeah, let's do subtle foes. So this just makes it so that when some of the enemies are far away from you, they will be invisible, and that helps them get into close range, or if you are using a long-range loadout, you won't be able to deal with them as much, so you might want to bring some close range.
And
or
they're like very invisible. Not like,
yeah, not like a little bit of player stealth, but just
Yeah.
like you don't see them.
yeah, you really have to like pay attention to see them from long range.
What else do you want to do? Yeah, let's do Glass Cannon. So Glass Cannon is kind of a fire team equalizing one where it only punishes the person who's doing the best. So if you have that buddy that clears the strike ahead of you or is getting all of the kills, well, we're actually going to give him a debuff where he will just take more incoming damage. And if you're a little bit closer with your friends, then that's actually a catch-up opportunity where maybe you take over the kill lead and now you're the one suffering a little bit and kind of a fun.
So
Why
if
would
I'm playing
anybody
through this
want
activity
that?
and I'm stealing all of your kills, I'm putting a bit of a debuff on myself.
Right.
Taking one for the team.
Yeah, true.
And maybe I'm letting you finish a few of those.
Yep. All right.
What else? Let's do one more. Chill Touch. Yeah, so we were talking about getting the enemies into melee, so this will make it if they hit you in melee, you will suffer a stasis debuff and slow down.
Awesome.
And that pushes the power all the way up to 360. And those things are also increasing the potential score that you can receive from this, and the score is what drives the reward.
Right. So you see right here when we picked Chill Touch, the gear tier you're going to earn went from tier 2 to tier 3 for this activity. So it's really important to pay attention to what you're earning.
Yeah, so you know what you're going to be getting if you achieve that score at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is like, we've talked about this last week on stream about approachability and making it easier for players to understand as they're getting in. So a lot of UI treatment, shout out to our teams that have been doing this to show you combatant power and all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah, tons of love and passion went into that.
seriously.
Ooh,
So let's
not
look at
me.
player stakes. Oh, do you want to take this?
Oh yeah. So player stakes are the next category down, and they're more about the player's interface with the game itself. So things like locked loadout. We have no HUD is an ability that we added here. So you play with no HUD for a little extra score bonus. And these
I
are
like
things
that.
are really sort of letting
like
you
that, no
sort
HUD.
of tie one arm behind your back while you're playing. It's not making the combatants more powerful. It's changing how you're playing the game. You can start with no ammo. You can start with locked loadout. We'll be putting some more player stakes in Ash and Iron. Yeah.
I love no HUD. Go,
Yeah.
You're going to talk about it first, aren't you?
Yeah,
No,
no
you
HUD.
can have the
Okay, no HUD. You go first.
I just wanted to have us move on to the next bit because we've talked about tying one hand behind your back.
Talk about no HUD later. Go ahead.
Okay, but in the next bit, this is what you get to do with your other hand. So here are the things that benefit you. Let's try Livewire. This one is one of my favorite. It's a combination of the sprint for amplified that you had in the Nether, along with inherent AC/DC feedback fence. So
Oh my God.
We buffed up the enemy's melee capability that hopefully they'll get up and punch you. Well, now if they do,
This is
we're
kinda
just gonna shock them
lame.
with lightning. So I'm kind of balancing out that additional challenge that we added and a different benefit that will kind of counter that and make it so it's actually a little bit easier for me.
Yeah.
What else can we do? Healing finishers are great. Just another way to get back health, or if you go in for that finisher and take damage on the way, that you'll be able to fill back up. And let's do one more.
Man.
And sure, hypercritical is pretty fun. This one is actually a little bit tough because it makes it so that the enemies will take less non-precision damage, but more precision damage. So as long as you're hitting your shots, it's easier.
Awesome. And then Ben, we actually we noticed this a bit earlier. There's one more modifier up at the top, and that's actually limited time, right?
Yeah. So this is a accelerator that, this is a double bonus focus. So you're going to second drop from the bonus focus activities. So this is we will have, given the calendar, different accelerators that are on for a given week or day that will like apply to the whole portal and have different benefits. And we're also going to like have more of those for like events and other like things going on in the game to give you kind of like another like fresh twist or an incentive to like see what's going on in the game and get some like a good time. Realize that is a good time to play because we're trying to make every day a good time to play Destiny.
Yeah, I think one of the modifiers we saw during our rehearsal was a bonus to Suros weapons too.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of like there can be loot bonuses, there can be gameplay bonuses of more power behind certain weapon archetypes. It's pretty fun. So stay tuned to our calendars. We'll definitely sound off when it's a week of a cool theme. Let's get it launched in and actually start taking on some of this combat.
Can I talk about no HUD now?
Oh yeah, please.
Okay, so they aren't going to show no HUD because it'd be confusing, I think, on the stream. But no HUD is a great example of something you can engage with if you want to, because it's a challenge. It gives your score more opportunity to get better loot, but it takes away information going to the HUD. But what it also does is it makes it feel very cinematic and interesting.
Yeah, that's what I want to
Kind
see.
of like feel more in tune with the character and the gunplay, and that's like a good analogy for what we're intending all the modifiers are selecting to do. That is like going to let you.
I kind of want to do
situation
that.
Like Nutty was talking about, like, oh, enemies have chill touch, but I'm going to like have live wire to counter it and create these cool little gameplay moments that are really like something that you choose for how you want to play for like really awesome loot.
Yeah, and Alan, when we were talking through some of these modifiers, like we've taken an inspiration from a ton of different places.
Yep.
Like No HUD in particular, shout out to Sammy Cat.
Yep.
Called her out last week for all the bows we were showing off, but also No HUD.
And we're hoping to get a bows only loadout modifier coming in the future too. We really do want to look at how people are playing the game, whether they're creators playing on stream or people playing at home, and really try to let them set up the challenge for themselves, how they want to do, right? Whether it be challenge modifiers, stakes, or the boons.
Yeah. How often are we going to be adding more modifiers to the portal?
Well, we're going to have some
How
new
you
modifiers
doing,
coming with
Frisky?
events. And we're gonna
just
be adding
chilling, man.
modifiers, with the mid-season update.
The hell
with
you getting
Ash
into
Iron.
today?
Major update, yeah.
Yeah, I've been working on them pretty constantly along with the rest of the team. So it was like every few days that another
I'm always on
Bane
vacation
would come
mode.
online or modifier, and I have to go playtest that, which was a pretty big playtesting lift to try and try out these combinations and make sure that there aren't any.
How much
rough
longer you
edges where we
got?
Combine some things that maybe we hadn't thought about when we were initially designing them.
Yeah, I'm sure there's stuff that players will find that we won't. We're accepting that.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
no,
we have our
absolutely.
challenge for Esoteric or Mork or a couple of the other high-skill creators of what can you throw on to make this difficult, and can you actually complete it?
Right.
So it'll be fun watching those playthroughs. Ben, I paired with that. How
5
often
more
are we gonna have,
hours.
more activities being added to the portal.
Yeah, so
Sorry,
we
brother.
want to like regularly refresh the portal on like so that, you know, there's stuff coming online like on like somewhat weekly cadence. Like we're gonna have kind of a weekly like new stuff coming online for the first few weeks, and then when events come in, they're gonna have big changes like lots of new modifiers or like portal wide like effects. Some are going to come with activities as well, but we're also going to be every major update. We're going to have new activities that come in.
What you got
We're
going
also
on
gonna
for
have,
the
like,
4th of
shakeups in
July?
Existing ops formats, and we're going to have a really cool new activity that's paired with an event at Ash Iron Launch.
Oh,
I'm not gonna talk about right
man.
now, but I think is really fun. That's going to be.
It's good to see you around here, brother.
Of like, hey, we're
How's
taking things
TikTok
others
been
and
treating
bringing
you,
things
man?
In addition to all of like the classics and Destiny like Vault that we're bringing.
Got
out.
some
Not just
pulling
new
some
activity,
beautiful
new
ass
activity
numbers over
types
there on the
that you've never
tickety.
played before.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so this is all talking about like what you're going to be playing in the portal, and we're going to be moving on to power and progression. So what you're earning, which is people love loot. Nutty, thank you
People
so
love
much for
loot.
joining us. I'd love to give you just.
I keep thinking about the
anything else you wanna say
streamer,
before,
Nutty, every
before
time
you
I
leave?
hear that.
I definitely want to shout out the rest of the Sandbox team, not just those of us that were working on additional modifiers and bans, but like that playtesting lift, we had everybody across Sandbox disciplines in all of those playtests to try and hit as much of this as possible.
Good.
And I wanted to re-emphasize how impactful some of the modifiers can be. Specifically, I'm thinking back to what we were just playing in live with attrition modifier in Prophecy Week 1, because
Okay.
when we moved to Prophecy Week 2, my fire team had gotten so accustomed to killing
Ooh,
enemies
okay,
and having a
okay.
little health pickup on the ground that we had to play that final fight completely differently.
That
and
TikTok,
use cover
man.
way more because we couldn't just kill some enemies and run through them to
That
fill back up.
TikTok.
Normally, I would think of attrition as a lot more of a challenging modifier, but it turned out that when we were toggling things off and on, it turned out to be more beneficial to us than we were anticipating.
I am still on the side of like attrition is challenging to me, and when it goes away, I'm like, oh, hey, fire team, let's let's go for it.
And if that makes it too hard for you to get your rewards, then just you toggle it off here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more about like what you're comfortable playing with, and also what your style is for, and your build, and what your mood is too. Like we're giving a lot of.
I know, right?
Right, and speaking of player agency, so I would love to see your feedback. Like, what ones are you engaging with? What ones are you enjoying more? What ones feel like they are actually rewarding to do, and what ones feel like we could punch them up a little bit? Because that's probably what we keep working on.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us. Chat, everybody scream, thank you, Nutty.
Thank
we're
you,
gonna
Nutty.
Swap you off and get our power and progression
Swap off Nutty.
individual in. So,
Okay, thanks.
Nut
thanks so
swap.
much. While we're doing this transition, Ben, I would love to ask you, what activities could players find in Pinnacle Ops?
Oh yeah.
Sorry, that was.
So Pinnacle Ops has at Edge of Fate launch. It is going to be filled with exotic missions. And some exotic missions from the past year and previously as well that are going to be integrated into the whole Portal experience and all the systems we're talking about, all the difficulties, all the
bunch of
modifiers.
old exotic
intended to
missions,
be,
okay.
You know, like not only something that is, well, exotic missions, they're kind of hard, right? They have mechanics, they're long, and so we're matching that by being like, okay, well, you can get the exotic if you don't have it, first of all, just from playing on the Portal. It's available all the time. It's not like going through rotation like every week or something. And you can do Fireteam Finder, of course, to find people to play with. But look, we're really excited that it's like, oh, I can like play this as hard as I want or as easy as I want, whatever I want, whatever I'm feeling like right now. And we're gonna have more to Pinnacle Ops in the future.
What's that gun?
With Ash and Iron that we're not gonna talk about today. So it's actually a good example of like, hey, we're
talk about
putting this new
today.
section of the game that we're gonna just keep on building in and tinkering with over time.
Awesome. I sense a segue. We were talking about Pinnacle Ops
into the
and
next
Pinnacle
category.
Power. Hello, Josh. Welcome to the couch.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, I'm
Hello.
Josh Galinsky. I'm a staff systems designer here at Bungie. Been here for about 5 years.
Galinsky.
And I really work with a lot of our loot, our gear, your power and progression, as you mentioned, like, you know, what are your rewards? What's the candy you get at the end of your activities and stuff like that?
Candy.
So we spent a lot of time reworking a lot of our stuff in the Edge of Fate and really 900 or
The Egg of
900,
Fate.
the eternal thing is. We made big changes to how you engage with power in Destiny.
Power.
One thing you'll all notice is, I think many of our creators have already noticed in the past that there has been a power squish. We've reset players down to 10. Like, that is not only to give everyone kind of a fair and equitable starting place, and to kind of like reset the engagement with power. Also, 2020 power is not exactly the most friendly starting
Not
point.
easy to understand if you haven't been along for the ride.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. So, like, this is the beginning of a new saga. It's the beginning of a new thing here. So we're starting off there.
knows?
It's like all Guardians on equal footing with each other.
I know a streamer
and
named
allows us
Nutty.
to kind of build up. You're going to have 200 points of power in the soft cap band.
Intrinsic cap, yeah.
Yes, exactly. And you're going to be able to go and do any activity you want across the game in order to get to that point. Once you get past that, then you enter the seasonal bonus power band, which is where you're going to have to start doing more of the Portal activities and the Kepler, like world tiers and stuff, in order to get the power and progression that you want to get at that point.
Cool. So just to restate it, we're going to start at 10 when we launch.
Yep.
Every Guardian joining is going to be at 10. First 190 levels, so up to 200, that's going to be effectively your base power level.
Yep.
And then as you're going into more powerful activities, higher tiers, that's when you start going up and up.
Right, and you'll be able to get up to 450 power up until not Rise of Iron, but
Yeah,
Ashen
right.
Iron. There's once you get to that point in the season, then you're going to be able to go even past that.
Awesome. So when
They
we're talking about
recycled the area.
seasonal
It
power,
sure is.
Is that replacing
You're
the
absolutely
artifact power
right.
that we have?
That is from
Like,
Beyond
we
Light.
did simplify power a little
Instead
bit
of it being
further
full
by
of the
taking power
elixir.
off of the artifact, and that allowed us to take the power we have
You're absolutely
there
right.
and put it back into the gear. So really it streamlines it, makes it so you're only worrying about your gear power as far as your engagement with that. So it just takes one additional level of complexity out of the system.
Yeah, and speaking of just like that power climb, like our Pinnacle sources have been updated to actually fit and give more agency, correct?
Absolutely. So one of the things I think, if you're a
Terrible.
long-time Destiny player, you're very used to the Pinnacle grind. And you're also used to the limitations that the Pinnacle grind puts on you, and like some of the intricacies that come with that. Like, there's been many seasons in the past where, you know, I really needed that drop of the boots to come from the
They think
thing, and
they
I do my
slick.
Pinnacles, I didn't get my boots. Well, not only are you able
didn't get
to
my
more
boots.
target farm individual gear pieces now, but also the limit of the pinnacles is no longer a thing. We're going to have some challenges in the game that act as accelerators for you as a Guardian, so you can basically focus on those to get power, like more hits of powerful gear. But really, once you get past that, you can keep going.
Yeah, like everything in the portal is a source of pinnacle drops.
Exactly.
As much as you want.
As many times you complete it, with it being up to how you perform and how challenging you make the activities to be how far you can go.
Right. It's gonna. You still have to achieve that score.
Oh my God, yeah. The Beyond Light mission.
And we'll still have curated experiences, correct? So if a player doesn't necessarily want to spend a bunch of time like creating that challenge, we have those offers too.
Yeah, and like we do have like matchmaking. Which is like set modifiers for every activity that has not, aside from solo ops. So solo ops doesn't have matchmaking, but for fire team ops, like you can match.
So this is a bunch of modifiers and menus and tick boxes.
But we have more than that too.
Replaying shit.
And those are set.
Yeah, and we'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah.
Just a fun note, we've seen a ton of feedback over the years about players want to play Strike solo, and now...
Oh, yeah. That's a great point. Yeah, so the we kind of going along with the idea of being player-driven, if you don't want to play a strike, like a grand...
Dude, I appreciate you, Frisky. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming through here, man. Get your ass back to work. God bless you.
You don't have to. You can just play it by yourself. You can
Thank
as long
you.
As you want.
Enjoy yourself.
The confines of like the modifiers.
Guys, be sure to click on Frisky's name. You know, he's all over the tickety. Find his TikTok link.
Like, what is it you're feeling like
Find it
right now? And like
follow that man on the tickety talk.
Awesome. Yeah, I think back
Frisky.
to you, Josh, really quick.
FTW.
Just from a high level, we talked about how Infusion is changing in the last blog, which, by the way, you should go read it. Can you give a high level for folks that didn't catch the blog? What's changing?
Read
At
it.
the highest level, upgrade modules are no longer a part of that Infusion thing.
Thank God.
Going to continue to exist in the game. They can still drop from legacy content, but you can dismantle those for, I think it's an enhancement core and like 1500 Glimmer. And so, like, those are still there. We're going to have a new unstable core currency that's going to exist, and you're
a new
use
currency
that in addition to enhancement
a new
cores
currency
in order to infuse your gear up for the season.
Okay, and a bit of Glimmer too, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
and a bit of Glimmer too, right?
Really, at its core, it allows us to just have more texture over things. And one thing I should call out
At the core.
is that seasonal power does reset at the end of this thing, and players will be reset back to 200 when Renegades comes out.
Got it.
So
cool. Yeah, I think just last note on the power climb. So during our reveal event, you spoke.
I don't know how I feel about that.
You can actually power up in Crucible to kind of keep pace with your friends. Like, can you expand on that a bit?
Yeah. So there's a time in Destiny's past when you could just play Crucible a lot, and you can get your power, you get great gear. You could like fold in with your friends to play your raid or the challenging content, and we've kind of lost that somewhat over the years. Like, it's harder to like feel like Crucible is your identity and really feel like the game is rewarding you for that. So with Edge of Fate launch and the core game and the Crucible ops that we have, which is a bunch of playlists inside of it, you're going to be able to like start from that power 10
Crucible
and
ops.
just play Crucible, and you'll get power drops. You'll go
good.
up and you'll eventually get higher tier. Be able to get like really great sets of gear that will then be as good as like anything else that you can find.
This is the way it should have always been.
Play Crucible all the way.
Yeah.
If you want to.
Thank you.
We are going to ask you to perform as you go to get more consistent rewards, but it's totally possible.
This is a good thing. That's a really good thing.
Like, trials and competitive Crucible are going to be ways to accelerate. Right?
Absolutely. If you're putting yourself in the pools with the like higher skill players and challenging yourself, that's how you're going to get your faster rewards. And not to mention the Trials armor sets and stuff, like they're really cool this time around.
Yeah, we have a unique armor set for Crucible, for Trials. We have weapons, a bunch of cool rewards coming up, and we'll have a preview of that. One of our characters actually has Trials gear if you didn't notice. But now we have a good moment to look at our seasonal hub.
I couldn't tell,
I'm
man.
going to ask you to actually walk us through this.
Yeah, sure. If you notice the seasonal hub up there at the top of the portal screen, if you click into that, you come to the hub, which you're going to have a bunch of daily challenges and weekly challenges, and those are going to give you XP, they're going to give you Bright Dust, they're going to give you extra drops in on a portal activity, but it's going to give you progress towards the weekly reward track there. And the weekly reward track has lots of currencies and powerful drops on there, but it also has, if you tab to the next one, is going to have some Vanguard Armory and Arsenal tokens, which give you bonus drops from Zavala from the list of weapons or armor you can get from these activities that are going to be higher tier, and they're going to be a higher power than you can get from even getting the best grade in there. So you'll want to be doing these, and these refresh every week, and get 2 pieces of armor and 2 weapons every single week.
Yeah, and this track is free, correct?
Yeah,
This is all game.
It's all free. Everything in the portal is free. So if you scroll down from here, you're going to run into the Conquest page. Now there's 2 on Expert, 2 on Master, and 2 on Grandmaster, and these are effectively your Grandmaster replacements in the portal. These are going to be fixed power, fixed modifiers, no fire team power, and you get really good rewards for completing it. You'll get 4 higher tier engrams for completing each one.
That are powerful. To give you,
Those are higher power.
They're powerful.
You'll only be able to get it one time. But these are really about your journey through the season.
Wait, what do you say you only get it one
on
time?
the first expert one, and then the next expert one, and then the master, and then master 2, and then finally the 2 grandmasters. And with Ash and Iron, we're going to be bringing more grandmaster and ultimate conquest.
I'm going to be
which allow you
grinding
to
Crucible
complete the
for power,
Conqueror,
man.
Title.
Actually, really quick gameplay team, if you could go back to the modifiers that you were just talking over, this was a really good example of a quality of life feature that came about. We saw a ton of feedback around modifiers, like I'm squinting at these icons, I don't really know what they mean, and now we have them bucketed based on the portal options, so you can more easily identify these things and understand them.
Yeah, and shout out to the UI UX team for like making a really much cleaner look for activity launch than having this cool bucket to look at them. I think it's really good, really good.
Cool. And then there was one more section
lighting them
on
up
the
out
seasonal
there,
hub,
man.
one more tab down low for the Conqueror Seal.
Yep. So the Conqueror Seal is down here. You're going to be completing the conquest during the season to earn and gild your Conqueror Seal. And since this is still the Conqueror Seal, it's going to maintain its old gilding. So this is going to be continual.
Awesome.
Yeah.
14 seasons of Conqueror. Now we're going to keep on going, baby.
Oh my God.
Awesome. So I'm going to say we still have a couple topics to cover. Fire Team, let's go ahead, launch into an activity in Fire Team Ops. Throw on a couple modifiers that you want to go for. Mix and match. I'd love for players to see as you go through how the score is changing, how the rewards can scale, all that kind of stuff. Just have a fun time. For the folks on the couch, we already went through the seasonal hub, the rewards. We are also having a moment in time where Guardian ranks are resetting.
Yes.
Yeah, if I could get a quick overview.
What?
One of you, I believe Alan.
Yeah.
Alan.
Yeah.
Why?
So, we took a look. So Guardian ranks, when we launched them, the first few ranks were about learning the game, and then the upper ones were about your seasonal journey and dealing with all the different kinds of.
I'll probably play on
things a player
Legendary.
might do in Destiny. So we've stripped a bunch of those away and rebuilt objectives
Probably on
to be
Legendary.
focused completely on the portal. So it's going to be playing through
I might just
the
grind
various
Crucible,
activities,
like,
using
first day or two.
modifiers, playing all the different conquests, gaining
And then
power,
have enough power,
gaining
then
all the
go do
different kinds of
Legendary.
rewards. It's going to be really showing like where you're at in that seasonal journey but purely for the portal. It's not going to reflect any dungeons. You're not going to have to solo any dungeons. You're not going to have to get commendations. Let's see, what else don't you have to do?
There's no more expansion gates.
No more expansion gates, any of those kinds of things. So every player will be able to get up to Guardian rank 11 with Ash and Iron.
Yeah, in our original goals when we were talking about Guardian ranks, it was kind of an on-ramp for players new or even old.
Oh, yeah.
So what do I want to do in Destiny right now? Now we have a lot of stuff in the portal that dovetails into that. Solo dungeons, they still have unique rewards.
Oh, yeah.
They're no
Poor
longer required
Gambit.
for 11 in Guardian rank,
Correct.
but you can still get ghosts, sparrows,
Oh, yeah.
emblems. That
We're
kind
not taking anything away from the dungeons. We're taking away things from the Guardian ranks and adding different kinds of things back in. And since we're doing that, the first 5 ranks will still be sort of an on-ramp into the game. So we're going to drop everybody back down to Guardian rank 2 with Edge of Fate and let them go from there. There will be lots of cool things to do and earn and play through in the first few ranks. And then starting with Ash and Iron and every season from then on, we'll reset you back to 6, just like we've been doing.
Awesome. Yeah, it's just another portion of what Robbie was talking about with aspiration, where it's like, yeah, I have my awesome armor from all these higher tiers. I have a new Guardian rank above my head. I've gone through the raid. I have this cool tier 5 weapon, et cetera, et cetera. So there's a ton to hunt, a ton to chase, and a lot of things to do. And I think at this point, it's kind of the easiest to get into Destiny and just know what to play. So
Yeah, I absolutely believe that. And the exciting part is that everyone's journey through Guardian ranks is going to be kind of different because, a Guardian rank that tells you to accomplish this kind of power or complete this activity on this difficulty, how you did it will probably be pretty unique to you compared to other players because you chose different modifiers. There's different sets available for the given day or week, and maybe you did it solo, like we're talking about. Like, oh yeah, you soloed the master difficulty, like one of the requirements in Guardian ranks. Maybe you soloed on one of the conquests, and that's your story, and that's how you got it. But it's appropriate that there are a bunch of options for players to choose that match what their own experiences, what they want it to be.
Awesome. Well, thank you all so much for joining us today. That actually brings us to the end of our Power and Progression. I believe, Josh, you actually had a couple more things you wanted to say before we left, though.
Yeah, really, there's two things I want to say. One is that, fire team power's definitely still a thing that's in this game. We really want to encourage you to play with your friends, and when you do play with your friends, if you're a higher power level than them, that's another thing that can act as a nice accelerator for them, and really, increase the bonds of friendship. That's like a core part of the DNA of Destiny, is being able to play with fellow Guardians.
Yes. So as an example, if you're at a tier 4 and I'm only tier 2, I join you, we do a tier 4 activity, I still get tier 2 gear, but it's accelerating me faster into tier 3.
You're going to hit your score a lot easier, which is going to help you get those bonus rewards. And
yeah, got it. Cool. And then your second note?
And yeah, finally, we made a lot of changes to the game in the Edge of Fate. We're definitely going to be listening to you Guardians. We're going to be listening to the data. We're going to be listening to a lot of stuff. This is just the beginning of a new saga. So we've got a lot to do in the
brought
future,
up anything regarding PvP? Not yet.
Awesome. Cool.
Yeah, great.
Well, they just said that you can
I have a
grind
few
it to get max level. That's
topics
about it.
to hit before we go about the live game. So we've been talking about the Edge of Fate. Right now, we have Rite of the Nine going on with our dungeons.
Rite of the Nine.
Let's see here. Ooh, today, wow, 54 minutes ago, we had a new engram go live, the non-airy engram. We introduced this in a previous TWID, but basically it's a new engram. You can earn a bunch of Rite of the Nine currency, sorry, and then purchase this engram for unique cosmetics that have been introduced over the past few years in Destiny. So if there are things like the skimmer that is Iron Banner themed, kind of like the wolf theme, that's actually in there, and you have a chance to get that. There are some and finishers and other cosmetics, so definitely dive in and check that out. Additionally, we had mentioned Lootapalooza. So a couple weeks just before launch, we're going to start showering players with loot. Starting today, we have double Crucible loot, which also applies to Trials of Osiris. So if you're hunting for adepts, if you're hunting for any gear in Crucible, now is a great time to go. And we also have, for the weekend, a lot of players have been asking.
Double Crucible loot just dropped right now. We're hopping in, boys.
Cirrus Plaza, and then you have the last one, which is Eventide Labs. Yeah, we went through, we had a great conversation about what if we had some type maps on a rotation for these last couple weeks. And for the final week of the season, we're going to have Burnout, Endless Veil, and community favorite, Javelin 4. So Trials players rejoice. Players that may not have ever played Trials, get in, get your 4 streak, get some adepts, try it out, and get some gear to
They're bringing Javelin 4 to Trials, boys.
And the final note, we are going to have all dungeons in the Rite of the Nine experience next week. Higher reward rates, higher currency rates, helping you get more of those drops, go into higher difficulties for your adepts, and potentially even get the hollow foil versions with additional perks. Yeah.
Cogburn set,
awesome.
Yes.
Thank you all so much.
They're giving people reasons to come back and get in there. They're doubling everybody's rewards.
Thank you, gameplay. Thank you, everybody.
Double everything.
And players,
double
everybody out there watching, thank you. We have 14 days until the Edge of Fate.
14 days, people.
A new saga.
New saga.
It's been a wild ride over the last 10 plus years of Destiny, and now we're putting our toe in for the next however many years we keep going, you know?
Here we go.
Yeah, so thank you so much. Much love. We're going to be doing a raid over to our good friend Malachi, so if you want to stick around, talk about the stream. Malachi, we're handing it off to you. Thank you, everybody, for joining, and we'll see you next time.
Malachi. Looking at the chat. I mean, this fucking thing just go away. Thank you. Bring back Nutty. Well, what do you guys think of that? What are you all's thoughts on that experience right there, huh? I'm quite curious to know what you guys think. That was quite quite an interesting show they gave us, you know. Quite interesting indeed. It's not really getting the highest of marks right now. It really is not, but still a decent little show. L says Merc, I don't know, maybe. It kind of, I mean, a lot of that stuff was like the quality of life changes. That stuff's supposed to be free, and I wanted them to focus on what we're getting, what we're paying for. It was a little underwhelming. Like, you're not even able to focus on what we're paying on. You focus so much on this whole replay thing. There's no new strikes. There's no new lost sectors. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no new multiplayer maps either. Like, there's no new abilities and stuff like that. Like, the quality of life changes are great. I really like those, but I hate that, this DLC. Yet last week's live stream, and I was leading up, and after I heard about the no strike and stuff like that, I decided to change my mind. I was like, I am not getting the $100 version of this with all the upcoming stuff. I was like, I'm not getting that. I'm just gonna get the basic ass $40 version of Edge of Fate. I'll have a good time. I'll feel like my time is a bit more respected with that one, but I just can't give you guys $100 right now based off of what I'm seeing right now at this moment. I'm pretty disappointed. Not disappointed, I'm just a little underwhelmed at the moment, but I'm still excited, still looking forward to playing the content. Day one, we're going to be there. Let me take a look at the calendar here. So if that comes out on the 14th or on the 15th, right? So this is a normal week here, right? Next week I'll be off Wednesday. And then the following week after that is going to be a long weekend for me. So the week of Edge of Fate is when I see a long weekend right there. So like that'll be interesting. Get off work, come in there, and we play Edge of Fate. Boom, we do it again. Boom, we do it again. I might take some time off around this time. I might take off the 17th just so we can make it a 5-day weekend and get that started a little bit earlier on. I don't know. We'll make something happen there. But overall, that was okay. It was fine. It wasn't fine. There's some stuff that I was expecting that I didn't see. There really, that's a little disappointing. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little disappointing, just a little bit. It is. They said that they gave us double Crucible though. Let's see what that's all like. Double Crucible rewards. Let's take a look and see what that's all about here. Holy hell, man. Lame. We've already been streaming for 3 hours. YouTube, we've only been streaming just a little over an hour, but yeah, it's fun. It's fun. We'll stream for about another hour or so, because I want to play some Destiny off stream. I want to do a bit of a raid practice after I get off the stream with you guys. It's my turn to cook tonight. I'm cooking the steaks, but I was like, if I get done at 3:05, 3:06 with you guys, then that'll give me like a solid 3 to 4 hour block to just play a raid. Play the raid. Practice, get good. See what they did here. Oh yeah. Can we do I want to change this, the Edge of Fate. Get this going right back over here, right? So we were playing with the Warlock last time. We were just doing his story stuff, trying to blow through his campaign. Let's take this back over here. I'm assuming the reset has happened. The reset has gone live, so that means we can go back and Crucible and comp, do another reroll, and see what we can get. Play with the Titan today. Play with the Titan today, man. Get rid of this. Put this back on. There you go. Have them looking good again, right? Right. Did they reset it? I think they did. I'm pretty sure they did. Yeah, Trials is gone. Yeah, they reset everything. We're gonna keep, yeah, definitely maxing out that right there, big time. Yeah. Yeah. With arms wide open under the sunlight. Bait and switch, mate. Please, I'll show you everything with arms wide open. That's a Titan for y'all right there, man. That's a Titan for you right there, ladies and gentlemen. Let's enjoy a nice little celebratory bong rip. Goodness gracious. I'm probably gonna watch that new show with Jensen Ackles tonight. I forgot what that shit was called. Was that show on HBO that we saw with Jensen Ackles? That show that we saw with Jensen Ackles? Jensen Ackles, was that on HBO? Was that HBO? Or was that Prime? Oh, okay. It was on Prime. It's called Countdown. We're gonna be watching. I might watch some of that tonight. We finished The Lighthouse last night. I really enjoyed that. I just put it on randomly. I was like, I'm tired of scrolling past this. Now was the time, and I clicked it. Split up in like 2 nights of watching it. We really enjoyed it. The light is mine. Took him long enough. Jiminy Christmas. Do we have that pulse rifle that we got from Tri? Okay, good. Yeah, I wanted to see. Wait, we got 2 of these. We don't need 2 of these. Get rid of that. See what we can do here. What kind of damage?
No zones means no victory. Take them and crush your enemies. Enemy claimed Zone B. down. You captured Zone B. One after another. Strength in numbers, Guardian. Excellent. Enemy claimed Zone C. Zone C captured.
Where are y'all at? Oh, so y'all just let him get that. All right.
You captured Zone A. Zone A lost. Captured Zone B.
Good lads.
Gains the lead. Zone C captured. 5 minutes remain. A strong start. Fight on. Zone C lost. Enemy claimed Zone A. You captured Zone A. One after another. Zone A lost. Fire team that fights together stays together. What's that you've got?
Mm.
3 minutes. Hold strong, and this battle is yours. Zone B captured. Victory imminent.
Oh, you motherfucker. Good job. Let me use my super.
Zone B lost.
Oh Lord, don't let him come back on us now.
Shut the enemy down.
Take the zone, man.
You captured Zone
Don't let
C.
these fools come back. Put him down, man.
I could not ask for a better
Put him
victory.
down, man. That was they had a nice bit on there. Nice bit. They had a nice chunk of the
Your
flag right
victory
there,
gives
didn't
the
they?
city
Holy
hope,
moly.
Guardians.
That was a lot. That was a lot. That was a lot. Stop recording. There we go. Put that back on. There we go. Return to orbit.
clash.
Oxidize. Well, there we go. I'm trying to hurry up and load this thing on time.
This is a gauge of pure combat potential. Make me proud.
This place. What's going on with this place? God damn the world! Sorry. Thank God Gabby's not there. I thought that was like that probably freaked her out.
Your enemy can't kill if they're dead.
Get in there. Pooey. And he went and got himself killed. Shame. Lumen. This guy's name is Lumen. Two of them. These bastards right there. Ooh, with the snipey. Ah, give me that. Ah, too late. Oh, no. Oh, could have cleared both of them. Ooh. I don't know why he was running, man. Ooh.
Only 5 minutes left.
They're all there. Ooh, he was trying to do a standoff snipe. Got him. He's gonna do it too. Shit. Ooh, I want to get him mid-swing so bad. He's gonna grab the heavy.
What can stop you if you fight together? Nothing. Now you're fighting with heart, Guardian.
Oh! Get me out of the open. Oh, shit. Here we go. He's transcending. And there's a spectral blades. And there's a successful snipe. They just shifted the tide of this fight. Big time.
Your enemy is pushing for victory.
They cleared the team.
Punish them for it. Three minutes remaining.
Twerking wit. Is that dude's name? What? Hey, hold on. We gotta attack together. Attack together. Attack together. Attack together. Like that. Shit. That sniper's out there, I think.
Fought like a titan of the first pillar.
Get out of the sky! Oh, man.
Your enemy has defeated you.
Oh, that was a really good match, man.
You couldn't
I'm not
finish
even
them
mad
this
at that
time.
ending.
So what?
Now
Plenty of battles left to
that
fight.
is good. That was a really good performance. We did our thing. Oh man, I can't even be mad at him for that. Yeah, you can't even. Yeah, you were level-headed and playmaker. There you go. Return to orbit. That was fun. That was juicy and delicious. That really was. That was juicy and delicious. Incredible. Increíble. Open that. There we go. Gucci. God, what a fight that was, dude. I gotta go pee so bad. Give me just 1 second. I'll be back. back. Yo, I was getting hungry. I was getting hungry as hell, man. Yeah, can he buy his weapons from Shaxx right now? Like the deadlock. Three deadlocks. How you doing, Shub? Shubba shubba shub. How's your day? Hmm. Hmm. All right, Shaxx, what you got, buddy? Oh, you know what? I also want to see if he's selling a Quick Fang again. I'm looking to replace. I think I have a decent one. I don't remember, but. Nope. Not this time. I don't want any of that. Oh, we're doing fantastic, man. We just got done watching the live reveal event. Had a pretty good time. We've been streaming on Twitch for a little bit longer than on YouTube here.
What do you need? This was made for you.
Mm-hmm. I have to finish the weekly competitive series matches. Okay.
Our work is unfinished, Guardian. What can I do?
Go back to it. What if you wore your cap reverse? I don't know. Sometimes I don't mind doing it, but sometimes I like to like lean back, and I hate when like the back of it hits this chair and shit like that, and then it just looks weird whenever it happens, and I'm all like, whoa. I wasn't always a hat wearer. I've been a hat wearer like for like a month or two now. But yeah, I'm not always a big time hat wearer. You mean like reversed? This isn't usually how I wear my hats. It's extra bright, this light is. My God. That is just what I needed. Here we go. It was like a pasta thing. It was like some penne pasta with like some spicy sausage in there and some like rosé sauce that she made for me. It was really good.
Zone B captured. why we have fire teams.
Oh my god. No. 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 No, don't do that. No.
Zone B lost.
No. Change it back. I like my mysteriousness. There we go. Put that back on. There we go. No. No.
Enemy claims Zone C.
No. Here we go. Clean up C real quick. Get them both off of there. In the air.
That shut them down.
His name is Grip. That wasn't it? Twas. Get down, get down.
They have the lead, but the match isn't over. Good.
Oh.
Zone A captured.
I stopped one of them. The rest will be up to yous. Holy hell. Toil and Trouble, that's a throwback right there. What roles did you get? Do you know? Oh, you're all over here. I'm dead. They're all over the place.
You captured Zone A.
Where the hell's my other teammate? Grip, what the fuck are you doing over there?
Enemy claimed Zone B. Zone B captured. Zone B lost.
Damn, I wanted to shotgun around the corner so bad.
Your enemy can't kill if they're dead.
We need that zone.
You captured Zone B.
They're gonna take heavy. Okay, no, our guy got it.
Claimed Zone C. You captured Zone C. Tell them to line up faster. 5 minutes.
We're gonna attack from out here, aren't they? Oh, I wanted to shotgun him so bad. If I shotgun him, that would be so beautiful. Oh, damn, that is a good one. Range with a moving target. I like that.
Enemy claimed zone
Ooh,
A.
baby.
You captured zone A.
Teammate. Oh my god,
Zone A
man.
lost.
How could you lose that? After all that damage I took off of him?
Minutes left.
Oh man, that was funny.
You captured zone B. 2 for 1.
Oh man. He was hella amp, wasn't he? Geeked up, man.
Zone B lost. Your enemy is pushing for victory. Punish them for it. Enemy claimed zone C.
It's over.
You're defeated. Fight again. Persistence is key. You've got to hold those
Bastards.
zones. Maybe next time, Guardian.
Bastards. Motherfucker. Yeah, that dude. Yeah, he hella fucking. Oh man, I tell you. I had a 2.08. 2.08, man. I tried. Can only carry so much sometimes, dude. Shit. Some goddamn bullshit. Shit happens though. Holy hell. Ooh-wee. Come on. Good night. Take your sweet ass time, huh? Holy hell. Strand. Ripped from the weave of reality.
Show me you can take ground. Hold the zones. Zone B captured.
Should have went with the grenade.
Zone B lost. You captured Zone B.
Two of them right there. Come on, man. Not an exit.
Captured.
I love that.
Zone C lost.
That gun is so cheap. That weapon. That weapon is incredibly cheap.
Zone A captured.
Dodge that shit that time.
Zone A lost.
Ooh. He didn't expect that. That chappy, man.
Enemy claimed Zone B. Zone B captured.
Oh, baby. Get out of there! Shit! I should have stayed there. Oh, we could have kept it and kept it good, too. We still can. Oh. Son of a bitch.
Captured Zone C. 5 minutes remain. A strong start. Fight on. You're nearly there. Fight on and claim victory.
What the fuck is that? Oh my god.
Zone C lost.
Oh my god.
Captured Zone A. A victory well executed.
That was beautiful. Beautiful job.
Impressive. You could give the Red Jacks a lesson in territory control.
My god. They said next week the Rights of the Nine, like they're gonna have all of them in there, and this gonna be double the rewards. I believe they said there's gonna be like a trials double reward too, right?
Clash.
Clash.
Nothing complicated here. Defend your allies and defeat your opponents.
God damn it! Two-pronged attack again. Damn, the malfeasance ain't here. They're both dead up there, so don't even like just wait.
Shut the enemy
Oh
down.
my god. Fucking shoulder charge. Get out of here! Oh, I'm getting the deadlock. We're getting a deadlock today. Or something, like something for like the body shots, you know? Slug, but not like a precision slug. God damn, he fucking knew it too. We might have to surprise him with a few snipes instead, honestly. That was a nice little sexy snipe that I did, though. Jesus, whole strip of lightning right there. That fucking melee, it's like a new way of movement, kind of almost. A lot of people don't expect it. Oh, God, I really wanted to hit that snipe so bad. Shit. No!
5 minutes. Don't let your enemy take this without a fight.
Oh my God. I tried to stay in it, man. I tried to stay in it. Assisted by Haku. 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 God damn that guy. Osteostriga.
Rise from this loss and fight again.
Terrible that was. Terrible. Frick. Is it available now? Nah, then we'll probably go and do a dungeon or something. Go do that Spire of the Watcher. See if I can do matchmake with that one. Hopefully, that'd be great. Take us in. God dang it. Take us in. Holy hell, man. What a show that was, man. I don't know. Like, again, they just really focus a lot on, like, the replayability of stuff and campaign missions and all that stuff. I don't know. Fix it. Now. We're just going to the tower, for crying out loud. Come on. What is this? I wouldn't mind a rocket that has bipod and has like the tracking. Bipod tracking, that'd be dope to see. With like hard launch. Whew. Is that a thing? Or am I thinking of a grenade launcher? No, I think it's a hard launch. Jeez, man.
Cryptoarchaeology is like agriculture.
Fight hard, Guardian. You're alive, Guardian. Fight like it. I know you'll use this well. Even steel needs sharpening. Don't stray too long.
There, I got the stinking deadlocks. Bran Halen. Are you happy now?
Eververse deals
Let's see what we
in
got
all
here.
manner of goods.
Get rid of this. Get rid of that.
Let's check. You must have messages.
Eververse isn't just
No,
a
this
title.
ain't it.
It's a promise.
Hi again. Hi there. Check, check. Let's check. You must
Guess
have
I'll hang on to
messages.
this one for a little while. Smooth shotgun barrel greatly increases range. Cost of projectile spread. Smooth bore. Barrel shroud.
Let's check. You must have messages.
Nobody lets off steam like a Titan.
Sure, rhythmic physical
again, Guardian.
expressions won't win a fight, but they feel good. And feeling good is better than not.
Anything for you?
Can we please load up the gun so I can change the paint? goodness. Maybe I just need to be in like a less busy area or something. Maybe the tower is just booming right now, you know? Maybe that's just the case. I'll take that. I mean, you could honestly 100 range, a shotgun with 100 range. What is that compared to the chaperone? The chaperone is 100 range as well. So the only... Oh, I thought something bad. I thought I deleted something accidentally. So the only difference is the chaperone has slightly higher impact. Way higher handling. Precision frame, that's precision slug. Interesting weapon this will be. It's gotta be 11. You gotta be fucking kidding me. I mean, those enhancement cores. Be a new one. It's gonna be a new favorite, boys. It's got potential. It's got potential. I can see myself using it for PvP and PvE. It's not the PvP god roll, but it'll get the job done. They got Rift back. Lockdown. Rumble. I do like that they've got like a quick playlist thing coming up too. That's gonna be so handy. Let's test out this new deadlock in the Crucible. See how it works. New Deady. What that got a handling speed? See, that's got a handling speed of 56 and 74. Yeah, see, and their range is, yep, yeah, this thing is gonna be more impactful than that. Reload speed doesn't matter. The recoil direction is 75. What's it with this one? 80, a little bit to the right. It's got higher stability too. A lot of potential in this. And this is what what's like snapshot sights. The handling, they got that up there. We're gonna try it out. Da da dun da da dun. Dun 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 da da dun da da dun. Da dun da dun da 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 dun dun dun.
Control. Move in and take those zones. They are your
Holy
life.
moly.
Enemy claims Zone A. You captured Zone B. You have zone advantage. Zone C lost.
Woo, Daddy right there. First Daddy kill. First Daddy kill.
You captured Zone A. You have zone advantage. Zone C captured. Power play. Keep the pressure on.
Whoa. from behind.
Zone C lost. Zone A captured. You have advantage.
Why aren't y'all paying attention to me? Oh, I bought some time off of that when I touched it, I guess. It scared them away. A little bit of time. We got lucky there. We got lucky that he got scared. Damn.
Took them, now hold them. Zone A lost. I've seen enough. I'm calling this one. You captured Zone A. That's a power play. You took them, now hold them. You're a wall around those zones. Take that iron will beyond the crucible.
That was wonderful. That was cool. I really like this gun a lot, actually. What a wonderful, fun weapon this is. Is there anything that caters to shotguns as far as Barrett Champions goes? Doesn't look like it. That's unfortunate. What was the one that was with the trace, right? Oh, it was that. It was the fusion, right? Looking at one of these. This weapon deals increased when you're near two normal allies. Improve handling and reload speed when allies are nearby. The one you've got now. Rapidly landing precision will return 2 rounds to the magazine. This weapon has a small chance to reload the magazine, increase movement speed, and while aiming down sights, bows receive faster draw storage. Oh, okay. No distractions. Aiming these weapons for a period reduces the flinch. Slower build-up charge for higher damage. Increases the stability. Increases the range. No, I want this. The charge time. We're going to hang on to this. Yeah, this will be a good thing to use. Because it's like... I'm trying to remember. if they're overlord, whatever that... Overlord, whatever that shit is called. Here, let's get rid of one of these as well. And let's go ahead and make this like something that we can start to use as like an alternative damage. Actually, hold on. Wait. Before we start doing all that, double check something here. Fusions. in the heavy slot. I forgot about 1,000 voices. That's such a good one. What is this right here? This one's got clown cartridge, hammerforged rifling. This one's got repulsor brace. Tarantula, box breathing. Increase aim assistance, fall off. Pulse monitor, refills, grants, 1580. That's a fusion? Linear sleeper. I guess it is. Firing line. I think that's the one I want to pull to me, because that's a bit newer. Yeah, I'd rather have that one. Rather have this one with me. That's the Suspectum versus this Taipan. Lock it. And eat this one. Ooh, that's sexy. Man, that shit look clean, don't it? And it does void damage. So, like, maybe just do that one, yeah. And keep that as it is. Enhanced battery, linear fusion. Increase the range. Whoa. Oh. That's crazy. Yeah, that's not new enough either. That's not new enough either. I mean, it's gonna have to do for now, but yeah, the reload speed, that ain't shit. We need to be on the lookout for like a new. Let's go back down to the tower and take a look and see what we can buy. Let's go down there and take a look and see what we can buy. Since it's gonna take all damn day, I might as well get some more water. Good. Yeah. Okay, good. What'd I tell you? What'd I tell you? What'd I tell you? This is ridiculous. Good God. What are we doing? What is this? Come the frick on. Holy shit, man. I'm trying to... Nah, I don't want to go back to the tower now. I only came back here because I wanted to try to play around with like a heavy linear fusion rifle. I never
Titan, let's
get a chance to do anything with those. I've always been throwing them away, but now I actually kind of want one. Oh yeah, and I wanted to take a look at in the store for the damn, that's a sexy ass shader.
Yes, yes, Guardian, by all means. Let's get started.
Sexy ass shader.
That's impossible.
Ooh.
Okay.
Best cryptographers are never known by name, only by quality of their work.
Why are we sending Guardians to die? Why?
I told him to do this yesterday.
Yes, yes, Guardian, by all means. Let's get started.
What do you think?
That seems like something that, you know what I mean? Seems something like something that's got some nice little decent damage here. Just use what you got, homie. What you got is plenty fine.
All security requests must be directed through central processing.
Whoa, wait a minute. An SMG with dynamic sway, headstone. Spawn, okay. Increased reload speed and handling. Dynamic sway with high caliber, though. That's crazy. Increases the handling speed. Increases the range and the stability. This could be a fun weapon. This could be a very fun weapon.
Every little bit helps. Trust me. All runs together, doesn't it? Maybe just me. I can work with this.
Not gonna be a problem. I don't have training for that.
What have we here? Even undated computer languages are rich in temporal information. Data filed by the symbology it uses.
Symbology.
Vanguard doesn't ask nicely. We gotta get this done.
PvE version.
An old acquaintance among the hidden tells me that a Seraph complex recently powered on for the first time since the collapse. Shortly thereafter, Vex incursions were reported. Anna flagged the site as a potential pillory bunker. If the Vex gain access to its systems, they'll use it to wrest Rasputin's submine data away from us. It would be catastrophic.
I need this.
Nice. Fine by me. Oh, wait, no, but I missed. That's kind of lame because I missed the treasures from the other. You know? the other loot opportunities. God damn it. God damn it, man. Like, I'm trying to, like, race down there and get to him as quickly as I can. Hold on. I'm not making this easy. Hold on, hold on.
Avex's mine directs power to the reactor. Kill it, and the complex should stabilize.
Oh, cool. Thanks for starting it. Thanks for starting it without me. Like, so I couldn't grab the banner anyway. Get my ammo and stuff. That was really important. But hey, that's okay. We'll make it work, I guess. Thanks. Need his ass to come out through here now. Yeah, bait him in here. What? That's bullshit.
Clever incision by the witness. A multi-front attack. Sabotage us, glean knowledge, and annihilate any
Glean knowledge. Glean the knowledge. Glean it. I was amplified. I actually like that third one. Interesting. I like to keep this one.
I know you can fight, but can you hold territory?
Territory. Let's go, baby. Lego.
Captured Zone B. Two for one. Like a titan of the first pillar. You captured Zone C.
What? Blast furnace, huh? Wow.
Zone C lost. Yes. Now show them the true meaning of war. Captured Zone A. Titan of the first pillar. Zone B captured. Zone B lost. What can stop you if you fight together? Nothing. Fight until there's nothing left.
This is a really good shotgun I have. Oh, summoner? What was up with that? This shit had like fucking flames. What? That ain't no summon I'm used to.
A strong start. Fight on.
Oh,
Enemy claims Zone C.
I might try to get a new one of those.
Zone C captured.
Ooh.
Victory imminent. I could not ask for a better victory. Impressive.
Impressive.
You could give the Red Jacks a
I love that they're
lesson
gonna
in
allow you to just
territory
play Crucible and get like max ranks, max power just by doing whatever you want, pretty much. Like if you just want to focus on a particular grind, I love that that grind will, you know, that's just so good. Doesn't go to complete waste. That was really good. That was a P10. Buying of tyrants. That's actually fucking dope. Holy shit. That's so sick. That's a badass ship right there. Looks like a damn jet fighter from Earth. Terrible.
Clash. No fancy drills, just defeat your opponents.
That was a really good shot, like for the range and being like a body shot. That was actually really good. I think I can work with this. Which version do we have? Range and stability. Okay, yeah, we got that on. Yeah, we need that one on Riposte more than ever. Right now. God damn. What? My man. Caboose.
One. Together as one. I love it.
Grimhill's dagger.
Gains the lead.
He's on the run.
Two for one.
Oops. Sorry, I meant to get my homie. I fucked that up. Oh! Down low. Come on, stop. I need to look up how to get my hands on that. Oh my lord. The sound that thing makes.
Five minutes left. Keep it up. One final push and victory is yours. Fire team that fights together stays together. Sound tactics bring victory. Another battle won, on to the next fight.
Let me go pee. I'll be right back. True. Mm-hmm. Oh. Actually, yeah, I gotta see what's I am gonna go ahead and retire, play a little bit off stream, take a nap, eat some food, whatever. It's my turn to cook tonight. I just want to let y'all know, man, I had a great time streaming with you guys. Thank you so much for everybody coming out here. Para, hey, what's up? That's a long name. Let's go ahead and take it to the desktop. Today was a really good day. We got a chance to check out that live event, which I'm really happy we did. And it was really fun. Just want to say thank you guys. Thank you all so much for coming out here, man. I wouldn't have this much fun had it not been for all of you people. So I want you all to continue to be good to yourselves, each other, everybody around you. I'm going to continue to play off stream. Good night.